these gardens here, with their little fountains and so on, have some statues of various kings and queens. Don't know if they lived in that royal palace behind us, but they're all here now. I'm guessing these are probably the same ones that if you go to El Escorial up in the mountains, you can go down to the crypt there and you'll see lots of their sarcophagus where they're all buried. Oh yeah, you might have noticed that at some point I popped a hat on. That's because, just in case you didn't notice, it's very hot and sunny. It's 11:30 or coming up for 12 o'clock now, and it's already way over 30 degrees. Anyway, this is another one of my favourite spots here in Madrid. On the right you've got the entrance to the palace and the palace courtyard, and on the left that's the Cathedral of Madrid. So let's go for a wander and we'll have a look and see what we can see. We got to play dodge the tourist. Of course, every palace and cathedral needs a big gorilla and bumblebee. So I had a tour of the palace once, many years ago. It's worth the tour if you can be bothered waiting in the queue. But yeah, nice palace. This is the cathedral. Lovely big building. You can see all the saints built up the side there. Again, you can go inside and pay a wee bit extra, get up to the balcony there, but also you can get up to the top of the dome and see around the city. But we're going to go down here and see the view from just down here. So over here you have one of the best views. You can see all the way across the city, that away, and across the Casa de Campo. You can see the mountains in the background, and that's the sort of north end of the city over there. So that's midday and the cathedral bells chiming. Okay, here is the statue of La Madrileña, which translates as the woman from Madrid. Y para mí la madrileña siempre será la chica más guapa del mundo. You know it. this is the market of San Miguel. It's an old tram station which they've converted into basically a tapas lovers heaven. So there's all these stalls and bars and so on where you can come and fill your snacky dreams. We'll just go down this way. As you can see, it's a popular tourist spot as well. It's a bit of a mosh pit. Let's get out of here. I love the way these guys all have their stalls on a string, just in case the police come past and they have to do a runner. So from the market of San Miguel, we arrive in the Plaza Mayor. This is the historic main square. Let's get out of the way of the tourists. This is the historic main square of Madrid. An impressive square, as always. Big statue in the middle. Over here is a very expensive hotel. I once looked at staying in that and thought, not on my salary. Over here is where the offices and so on used to be, you know, the main council and so on. I guess maybe the Junta de Madrid. Terry, you can correct me if I'm wrong there. Lots of cafes and restaurants and things set up around the outside. And I've been here at times when it's absolutely jumping and you can't move for tourists. It's not too bad at the moment. Quite often they have a market here as well, which sort of cuts down on the available space. Let's have a look at this big statue. So there you are, the Plaza Mayor de Madrid. Of course, as soon as I stop to take photos, everybody walks past. So there you are, Plaza Mayor de Madrid. Impressive. It's nice to be able to see it for once without tripping over everyone. I love the views out the little side streets and so on. Pretty cool. Anyway, it's getting too hot for hanging around. Let's find some shade. So this here is the Chocolateria de San Ginés. It's probably the oldest and most famous chocolate shop in Madrid. People come here and have hot chocolates. They kind of have this whole corner of the street. They've got a building just here, and they've got a building just here on my left as well. If you're ever in Madrid and it's not 600 degrees in the shade like it is today and you fancy a hot chocolate, San Ginés is definitely the place to come. The hot chocolate is fantastic. Get some chocolate churros and find a table, sit down and enjoy an amazing snack in the afternoon. Right, moving on. It's so good, there's always a massive queue there. Okay, here we are in Puerta del Sol, which is a popular spot for madrileños y turistas también. And behind me you can see the famous Tío Pepe sign, which is up in that building now, but it used to be up on the building at the far end there with a sort of pointier roof. They moved it a number of years ago. And behind me here at this rather spectacular building, up at the top where you can see the clock tower, that's where they have their countdown to New Year. There's a sort of ball drops down, counting down, and then at midnight all the fireworks go off and everything from this square here. So really popular spot. Going to show you something up in the corner over here. So this is the other end of Alcalá Street, and just here we have a statue of the Oso y Madroño, the bear and the tree that are the symbol of Madrid. No one's quite sure why that's the symbol of Madrid. It's one of those things that it just is. But you see it all over on manhole covers, on people's doors and everything. But this is the statue of it. So here we are in Atocha station. This is like the main railway station in Madrid. And back here we've got some lovely gardens. There used to be turtles down there, but again, the last time I was here there weren't any, so we'll go down in a minute and see if there are. I'm going to try and stop here and get something cold to drink. I'm a bit parched now. I've been drinking water all day, but it's hot. I'm not complaining, I love the heat, I'm just saying. Oh, there's a cool breeze just wafted across there. I think they've turned the air conditioning on at last. Great stuff. So the way down is via these escalators, and we'll go down and have a look at the jungle down the bottom. What a shame. Que pena. They seem to have it cordoned off. Looks like they're doing some work down at the bottom of the station. But I guess no turtles today. So here behind me we've got the Reina Sofia Museum. Big art gallery and museum and so on. There's a cracking Goya in there. Massive painting of I can never remember the name of it, but it's the big battle during the Civil War. My brain is messed at the moment. I'm a bit warm. I'll put the name of the painting up here. I've also got a photograph of it from the last time I was here, so I'll pop it up here with the name on it. Also loads of other, as you can see, massive museums, so loads of other paintings and exhibitions and so on. cracking place to visit. Book your tickets early and get in where you can. Although today it seems like you could get in quite easily. One time I've been past here and there was a queue all the way around the square and they weren't letting anyone else in. So get here when you can. So we're currently walking up the Paseo del Prado. This over behind me is the Botanic Gardens. Not a place I've ever been. Maybe someday I should go and visit, but we'll see, not today. And this building here is the Prado Museum. Now that is definitely worth a visit. It's absolutely massive, and the exhibitions that they have in there are amazing. You could spend an entire day in there just wandering around and enjoying the views, and on a day like this enjoying the air conditioning if that was your thing. This is definitely a nice walk, this part of Madrid, walking along the Paseo. Let's go and have a look at the side of the building. Impressive structure, and even the artwork outside is, you know, pretty fantastic as well. Come and see this statue over here. If you remember from my previous video, the one that I did in the park, which is just over behind the museum here, that is Velázquez, who the art gallery there was named after. And here's another favourite fountain. This is the Fountain of Neptune. Lovely statue there. You see him standing on some kind of sea creature whilst he's on his chariot, pulled by the horses. Madrid knows how to do amazing structures and so on. Just as we come past, I'll show you, this is the Mandarin Oriental, which used to be the Madrid Ritz. Nice bit of 5-star luxury. In here there's a bar where you can buy James Bond's original cocktail, the Vesper, the one that, if you've seen Daniel Craig in Casino Royale and he gets his first ever vodka martini and he names it after Vesper Lind. Well, in the bar just in the corner here of the Mandarin, they serve a lovely ice cold Vesper. Give it a try. Tell them James sent you. So I'm back at Retiro Park, just down that way. I don't know if you can see in the distance, that's Puerta de Alcalá, where we started the tour this morning. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks very much for coming along with me on my little tour of Madrid. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had to stop, start, same as yesterday, because it's very hot and the camera keeps switching itself off. But hopefully we've got enough to make some decent footage. So I'm going to go and grab some little snacks now, maybe a cold beer, and rest for a wee while. And then after that, I might go and get a ticket and wander around the Prado for the afternoon. Thanks very much for joining me. Thanks for coming along. Hope you've enjoyed your trip to Spain. Stay well and hasta luego.